Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by SoundWeb Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget, SonicWeb Studios is the answer. SonicWeb Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. SonicWeb Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Ford Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com and over 40 podcast platforms heard in 100 countries, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and heard on HamiltonRadio.net, Diamonds FM, Oldies Radio, and a few networks coming soon. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok today. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, hoodies, and tote bags as well, too. And baseball gear makes great gifts 24/7. Go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia for great books like Missing, Once, and Wrinkles. Also t-shirts, pop sockets, phone cases, hoodies, and more. Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia. Check it out today. I'll support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, themikewagnershow.com. Make sure you give generously today. We're here with a terrific gentleman who's a singer-songwriter from Paterson, New Jersey. He was a member of RIFF. He began his career in Paterson High School as a part of a doo-wop influenced ensemble called the Playboys in the late 80s and featured in the 89 film Lean on Me, starring Morgan Freeman, and later released a self-titled album in 91. It had hits on the Billboard Hot 100 like My Heart Is Failing Me, also Every Time My Heart Beats, and also If You're Serious, and also performed the title track for White Men Can't Jump with Woody Harrelson, and later formed Metavision in the late 90s, had 3 top 20 Billboard hits, and a video podcast called Vibe Sessions, and he also went solo, had some hits with Young OG, With Me, They Don't Want to See Us, Keep Loving Me, and also has a new song out called Running Out of Time, but we're never running out of time with this guy. Live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in beautiful downtown New Jersey, the multi-talented singer-songwriter, Nitty Green. Nitty, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Mike, how are you, man? That was a great introduction, man. I'm very excited to be here, man. Thank you so much.
It's our pleasure as well, too. And of course, with what you got to the table, I mean, you got to be amazing as well, too. You're a singer-songwriter from New Jersey. You're a member of RIFF. You began a career in Paterson High School as a member of the doo-wop influenced ensemble called the Playboys in the late 80s, and you're featured in the 89 film Lean on Me with Morgan Freeman. Also had hits in the Billboard Hot 100, and also performed the title track for White Men Can't Jump. You later formed Metavision in the late 90s, had 3 top 20 hits on the Billboard. You got a really good streak. You also went solo with new music like Young OG, With Men, They Don't Want to See Us, Keep Loving Me. Also your new song, Running Out of Time, which is out as well, too, or soon to be. And before getting to all that, Nitty, tell us how you first got started.
Oh, man, got started, got up into high school, man, is where I first got my start. I got the bug. And, it's very, very short story, man. My group got started in the movie, is where we got our start. We used to sing around, man, in the bathrooms, in our high school and stuff like that. No one really knew, Mike, I want to tell you. And one day, Mr. Clark, who was the principal at the high school at the time, I'm sitting in homeroom, Mike. He calls my name over the loudspeaker.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's Michael Best was my name. This is my government name. He calls me, Michael Best, come to the office. So I go downstairs to his office. The secretary points over there, said he's in there. So I goes into his office, and there's 2 ladies sitting there. And he goes, Mr. Best, he goes, listen, the reason why I brought you down here, I need to know something right now. And this is something that we don't allow in our building here. He said, number one, are you dating either one of these girls? Because it appears that you're a playboy. I want to know which one of these girls you date. And I'm like, I'm not dating anyone, Mr. Clark. I promise you, I barely know who these ladies are. He goes, yeah. He said, somehow, Mr. Best, I do not believe you. So Mike, he tells me, he says, I want you to sing the school song. Now, mind you, Mr. Clark demanded that everybody knew the school song, our school alma mater, on demand or get suspended for 20 days or however many days he felt like he wanted to do it, depending on what type of day he was having.
Mhm.
Okay. So I basically somehow or another got out of singing the song for him on that particular day. It was Secretary Day, and it was the secretary. She was upset because he was gonna can her from singing the song and put me on the spot and make me sing the song. So she was kind of upset. And he said, he goes, Mr. Best, he said, you're lucky. He said, I'm gonna let you go do what you do. He said, but I want you to come back here tomorrow and sing the song. I said, this is awesome. I said, because I'm gonna go home. I said, and I'm gonna have a surprise for you. I'm gonna go get the homies and we're gonna come back and we're gonna do something special for you.
Huh.
He was like, listen, go get the homies, go get them. He said, but if you come back here and you don't have something special for me, he said, I promise you, I'm going to suspend you for 20 days. Now, you have to understand, we only can miss 21 days. He was going to suspend me for 20 days, which means if I miss one, I had to repeat the year over.
Oh, my goodness.
So immediately I ran home after school and I got with Anthony and Dwayne, who was a member of, we weren't called RIFF at the time. We were just guys. We used to sing gospel music around the community. It was actually called the Spotlight Gospel Singers, but no one knew that we sang in the school except people that's been to the local gospel shows. They knew. So I got with Anthony and Dwayne. We came up with a rendition of the school song, meaning, you know, we did some doo-wop to it and a little gospel feel to it. And we came back the next morning, Mike, and I tell you, was nervous. I was nervous, but, you know, I was nervous because he was known for just, you know, if you didn't know the song as it was, you know, on demand, he was going to suspend us. Mind you, we changed it around and we did some doo-wop to it. So I wasn't really sure that he was going to like it. So he basically, we came into the office. He said, okay, these are your homies. He says, okay. He said, so again, every morning he has somebody sing the school song. It was our turn. So he gets on a loudspeaker, ladies and gentlemen, stand for the school song. He said, today, he said, I want to let you know we have no other than the Playboys is going to sing the song.
Oh my
So
goodness.
Mike, we struck it up and we went into it, man. And he was just standing there watching us sing the song, man, like looking at us like this, just looking at us. And after we finished, we heard the school just roared and like clapped. You heard like, it was like a football game and right?
Like
so
50,000 at Giant Stadium or 100,000.
It was crazy, Mike. So he stood there in awe and was like, he snatched the mic and was like, listen, he said, I want everybody in the building to learn the school song just the way they sing it or get suspended on demand.
Oh,
so like,
you raised the bar.
Raised the bar. We changed it around and Mr. Clark had everybody in the school singing that. So I want to tell you, we had to sing that song for almost 2-3 months every morning, singing the school song so everybody can get it. And we ended up hooking up with a social worker by the name of Skip Van Rensselaer at the time. On that very day we sang the song, he somehow got a message to us that he wanted to meet with us. So he later on became our manager Skip Van Rensselaer, and he would take us over to his house, man, teach us a whole bunch of doo-wop, gospel songs. He would teach us some R&B, like the Temptations, the Four Tops, man, the Spinners. He taught us all types of music. He wrote music, so we was learning some of his songs. And I want to tell you, we just fell in love with his music, man, and we ended up changing our name to Riff. All right, now, one day we're in the school and Mr. Clark comes over the loudspeaker and he goes, listen, guys, he says, we're going to have some visitors in the building on today. He said, Warner Brother Films is going to be here.
Oh, nice.
He said, continue doing what you're doing. Go to your class, act like you don't see him. He said, I also might be being shadowed by somebody that you might know. He said, if you see him, you know, just make sure that you do what you got to do, keep it moving. We're not going to hold them up. He said, it is actor Morgan Freeman.
Wow.
So that particular morning, man, like nobody can get nothing done. So about in the afternoon, he calls Riff over the loudspeaker, the Playboys, I need you to come to the office. So we came down there and he goes, listen, guys, I want to have a meeting with you real quick. He goes, listen, I'm having a movie done about the school. He says, and he said, I want you guys to be in it. He said, I want you guys to sing the song in the movie the way you did. He said, so in a week, he said, I want you to audition for Warner Brothers. He says, not today, but they're going to be back. I want you to audition. And that's how we got our start, man. He pretty much had us audition for Warner Brothers. They heard the song and was like, wow, we're definitely putting it in. So they wrote us into the script, and that's how we got our start. So the musical director, the writer of the movie, and the producer formed a production company called Fair Shot.
Mm-hmm.
And they end up signing the star of the movie next to Morgan Freeman. They signed Riff, because we changed our name now, to Riff. They signed Riff to a production deal, and they shopped us a record deal up at SBK Records. So we went from filming the movie to now we have a record deal, and we had to get a record prepared. So they flew us out to LA. We knocked out 10 songs, man. And that's where My Heart Is Failing Me, If You're Serious, and Every Time My Heartbeat came from, right there. And our career started.
Oh my gosh. And all in the Hot 100. How do you like that?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Oh my gosh. And then you go from Lean on Me, you go over to White Men Can't Jump, and tell us about that. And how did you guys first get involved with White Men Can't Jump?
Well, we were on tour at the time. We like when we came out, the record company was trying to break us. At the time, Vanilla Ice was the hottest artist on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Ice Ice Baby was the hottest song on the planet. And he was also signed to the label. So they pretty much made it happen where we had to go on tour with him. So we opened for him. And one day we got a phone call saying that we're going to be flown out to Atlanta to work with super producer Dallas Austin.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be doing a song, the title cut of the movie White Man Can't Jump. So we pretty much flew out to Atlanta. We met Dallas, and we had copies of the demo. So our manager Skip went over it with us a couple times. And when we got out there, Dallas Austin asked us to sing the song for him because he wanted to hear how we sang it. So we got in the studio and we was in a circle and we took off. We took off, man. We started singing the record. He's like, whoa. He's like, man, this is awesome. So he cleared the whole studio out and was like, I just want them in the studio. He told the managers to go away. He just want the group here. And we ended up cutting the record, man. And, it was an awesome experience because Dallas was pretty much, he was the super producer. He had worked on Boys to Men. He had did TLC. He was responsible for all of that stuff. You know what I mean? When they first came out, Dallas Austin did the whole Boys to Men album, and he did all the TLC albums. So it was just amazing to be in the studio with him, and it was just an awesome experience. So that's how we got that. So after check it out, Mike. After we recorded the song, right? We recorded the song that night. That next morning, we flew out to Miami to shoot the video. And there we walked in to our trailers, man, and we met Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes, and Rosie Perez, who was also in the video.
Wow, amazing.
You know,
I love that movie, by the way. That's amazing meeting up those three. Wow.
Yeah, and we after we filmed the video, we went out to eat dinner, man, and it was great, man. It was a great experience.
What was Woody Harrelson like, as a person as well, too? I've been always curious about that.
Funny. He's very charismatic too, as well, man. He's just a likable guy, man. He's joking around, man. Then he has a serious side, but he'll be acting. He's a great actor, first of all. But yeah, he came off as a guy with a great sense of humor. You know what I mean? He had a ball. If you watch the video, he's dancing in the video. It's awesome.
That certainly is. That certainly is well too. We love that. You also were involved with Men of Vision in the late 90s as well too. We'll talk about that with some of your solo works, but first listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by SonicWeb Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. SonicWeb Studios is the answer. SonicWeb Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those you love will be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews, and E11 enjoys by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes, Riley, and Benils. So grab your copy today for Girls Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, or over 40 podcast platforms heard in 100 countries. Also on HamiltonRadio.net, Diamonds FM, Oldies Radio, and a few networks coming soon. Take us with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok today. For great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia for great books, merchandise, and more. Also support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, themikewagnershow.com. Make sure you give generously today. We're here with the amazing singer-songwriter from Paterson, New Jersey, a one-time member of RIFF, and also he was in group was in White Men Can't Jump, and also Lean on Me, Nitty Green here on the Mike Wagner Show. I mean, you went from one to another with all the hits and everything else, being in a couple of films, and you also got involved with Men of Vision as well in the late 90s with a few top 20 hits on Billboard. And tell us more about that.
Oh man, well, RIFF was going through, after we lost our deal at SBK Records, all right, because we decided to walk away from the label, which was a mistake. We ended up walking away from the label because of differences on the music that we were going to sing. We couldn't come to that agreement. We were slated to do like our whole project with David Foster, which is one of the biggest producers on the planet at the time. We didn't see it. We was young in the business. We didn't know what David Foster did, but they knew. And we ended up passing and walking away from that label, which ended up pretty much, we were thinking that we could just walk away and go to another record label, and it didn't pan out that way. So I want to say we ended up taking a break. Riff ended up taking a break. Through that break, life happens where, a couple of us got married and had a couple children and, was doing the family thing. And there was somebody from the Men of Vision group and one of the guys from the Riff group connected at a church service. And I guess like the guy from Riff was asking one of the members from Men of Vision if he would do some songs for Riff.
Huh.
And he was like, yeah, let me get your number, but I know who Riff is. Definitely I'll do some records for him. So he ended up not calling. It didn't like pan out like that. And then one day, like a month later after that meeting, he ended up calling one of the guys in the group and was like, listen, I got a situation over here at Sony Music, MJJ Records. He said, I'm looking for, 3 guys to come be a part of Men of Vision. What is Riff doing? And the gentleman from my group was like, we're not doing nothing, man. He goes, so, he said, can y'all come over here for a audition? And we went over to, we met in New York City at Junior's Cheesecake in Brooklyn. And we sang for him and we were immediately accepted to be in the group. Now we had to go to Sony Music and audition for Michael Jackson's whole staff and the Sony staff. Teddy Riley, big producer who was on tour, responsible for Blackstreet. He was on the phone and we ended up singing in front of the whole staff of Sony and they loved it. And we ended up signing the deal to Michael Jackson's label and stuff like that, man. And we went in and recorded an album. We put it out, man. It did good. And then Michael Jackson had so many problems with Sony at the time, trying to, I guess Sony was trying to get his masters or try to get the Beatles masters from him and Elvis's masters from him, because I think Michael bought them up. He ended up getting his label deal dropped, which means that our album now went to the shelf and we didn't get a chance to finish promoting that record. So we ended up taking a break, Men of Vision. And that's when we got back with Riff and just started putting down music ever since. I'm still in Riff, by the way. We're still a group. We still do songs. We're working on a Christmas project right now, but I also do my own solo music as well.
And that's amazing too. Speaking of solo music, you've got Young OG with Me. They Don't Want to See Us Keep Loving Me as well too. And tell us about some of your music as well too. What inspired you to write some of the songs?
You know what, man? I never really wanted to do solo music. It was just to pass the time. So I wrote and produced a couple songs just to see what they would sound like and see if people would like them. And, it was just testing the waters, trying to see. And, it's being an independent artist, man. You don't have that platform where you have that. See, I'm used to having a major label behind me pushing my music, but when you're financing all of the videos and you're doing everything yourself, you don't have that team. It's pretty obvious that it's not on the same level. So I was putting out a whole bunch of music just to get some shows while Riff record their records. And we ended up, man, like I started liking it, Mike. I started liking some of the music, man. So fast forward, man, we just dropped my new single, Running Out of Time, which #1 on the DJ record pool, man. And thanks to Katrina Hertz, Kick Up Your Heels Entertainment, my partner, Danielle Silva. They did a marvelous job in providing some light to the song, which has inspired me to write some more material, man, that I'm thinking about putting out an EP at the top of the year. So I'm just, actually the EP is actually done already. I just gotta mix the songs, but it's you know, it wasn't until running out of time that I found my niche. Like I said, I was just throwing out music, man, trying to find out which style I wanted to go to. But running out of time was a special type of record, man. It had the right message to it, you know, and people liking it. So my new music is following what that's all about. So we'll see how it goes at the
And where
top
can
of
we
the year.
find all your and we can find all your music at, Nitty?
You can find it everywhere on all digital platforms. You know, it's on iTunes, everywhere. You can just punch it up. Nitty Green. It's everywhere. Apple Music, you know, YouTube, Spotify. It's everywhere, man. You can get it. I'm out there for sure.
Mm. We certainly would do so. You also have a video podcast called Vibe Sessions. We'll talk about that. You'll listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by SonicWeb Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by official sponsor, the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Molson's The Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. We'll be back with a multi-talented singer-songwriter from New Jersey and with RIFF Nitty Green after this time out. We're back with a multi-talented singer-songwriter from Paterson, New Jersey, Nitty Green, here on the Mike Wagner Show. And, you know, just an amazing story you had. You know, you go from Lean on Me over to White Men Can't Jump, and also Men of Vision and more, and crank out a number of hits. And you also have the song Running Out of Time as well, and some of your works. You're also involved in a video podcast called Vibe Sessions with little Hi McElvin and Daniel Silva and more. And tell us more about the video podcast and what got you started on it.
Wow, man. You know, it was an idea that Danielle Silva had, you know, like during the pandemic, there was so much going on, you know, we wasn't doing a bunch of traveling. The group wasn't traveling. We just had to figure out our way. So me and Little Pie talked about doing a podcast, believe it or not, like a couple years before we actually started Vibe Sessions. But Danielle was the one that came up with Vibe Sessions idea. So I ended up interviewing my little brother, Little Pie, and it came off so good, the chemistry, and you know what I mean. Danielle decided, she was like, you and Little Pie should do this podcast. And we ended up adding her because she brought about a different side, you know, it's all this testosterone in the room, and then you know what I mean. We had to bring a little bit of sunshine in the room, and we balance each other out. You know what I mean. So we're on every Sunday at 7 p.m. Every Sunday, we only do it one time a week, and we talk life, love, and music. You know what I mean. We dive back into the 90s. And we go back, and I reach out to all of my entertainer friends that were in these singing groups, and I get them to come on, and you know what I mean. And we talk about their careers and stuff like that, and life and love. We talk about love. So we're still building. It's getting a lot better. The podcast is getting a lot better, a lot stronger. And I like to say, until the casket drop, Mike, I will continue to do this music and this entertainment, man, because I love it just that much, man. And Vibe Sessions is just a vehicle that basically it taught me how to do interviews and speak to people, because I was such a shy guy back in high school and through the RIFF project and through Men of Vision. I really didn't talk much because I had a stuttering problem, you know, growing up, and all the way through my 20s, I just stuttered so bad. So I developed through Vibe Sessions on how to talk and have a regular conversation with people, man. And I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. So Vibe Sessions, again, we're on at Vibe Sessions Official on Facebook, live on Facebook, every Sunday at 7 p.m. And, you know, we go there, and as the young kids say today, man, you know, we turn up, man. We turn up, and we have a good time.
It sounds like it too. So we'll certainly check that out. Vibe sessions every Sunday at 7 p.m. on Facebook as well too. And also just a couple of things with Nitty Green here on the Mike Wagner Show. What else can we expect from you in 2022 and beyond?
Well, we're looking, Riff is in the studio now. We're getting ready to drop a Christmas project. It's supposed to be a secret, but I'm telling you first, we are in the studio recording a Christmas project, and we're gonna have that out by the end of September. We're gonna be, going to radio with it. And I think by the top of the year, we're gonna be celebrating 35 years as a group, Riff.
Wow.
We're gonna be celebrating. So it's gonna be our anniversary, and we're gonna celebrate all year. So 35 years March, and we're gonna celebrate all year. So we might be coming to your town, man, doing a show.
We'll have some room. We'll make some room for you. So we'll put that on the calendar. Let us know when you're coming. We'll make some room for you. So
cool.
Amazing. Yes, indeed. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
The biggest influence in my career, wow. I don't know, man. I want to say my mom. My mom's pushed me to follow my dreams. She raised me right. I didn't fall victim to any really no bad habits. You understand what I'm saying? Just watching her and how she provided for the family and just worked hard. Her and my grandmother were like my inspirations. And I just try not to disappoint them, and it just pushed me to go harder for whatever I want to do. It kind of just watching them, it's like in my bloodline to fight to get what I want while I'm here. You know what I mean? So I lost a lot of friends during COVID, man. And it's just crazy. So that also lit a flame, and just, it's just making me work a little bit harder now than I did before. So, because I want to make sure that I leave behind, man, great content and great music, man, and just people that connect with me, can be able to say, he was a great guy, point blank. He's a great guy, great music too.
Yeah, certainly do, and a really good influence as well. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
As far as
In general.
anybody that's listening to this right now, man, the best advice that I can give you right now is trust your gut and your heart. And I'm not trying to push religion on anybody. If you believe in the Most High, trust in God. And if you don't trust in that, trust your gut and your heart, and just stay true to yourself.
And that's very good advice as well, too, Nitty. Very good advice. Oh, yeah, good stuff. Once again, we're singer-songwriter from Patterson, New Jersey of RIFF Nitty Green here on the Mike Wagner Show. Nitty, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Love hearing your story. Looking forward to having you again soon. Make sure you keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love to have you back. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects, what's your website, how do people contact you, people purchase, check out your music, and check out your other works at.
Well, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Nitty Green. I'll pop up YouTube at Nitty Green. You can also follow at Riff Sounds everywhere. That's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can get all of my music on all digital platforms. All you got to do is go to your digital platform engine, punch in Nitty Green, and all of our music will pop up. And the same thing for Riff. You can punch up Riff music, and everything will pop up, man. You can check out and see what we do.
We will certainly do so. Once again, Nitty, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having soon. Make sure you keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love to have you back. We wish all the best. And Nitty, you definitely have a great future ahead of you.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.